Welcome to Awakening Heaven on Earth. Before we begin, take a moment to arrive. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to believe, and nowhere you need to go. Simply listen, contemplate, and notice what stirs and resonates within you. This is a shared space of reflection, presence, and remembrance. Now, let us begin. In this episode, we continue exploring the illusion of separation as a veil by listening to voices that have helped many see how the veil is woven and how it gently dissolves. These voices come from spirituality, philosophy, psychology, science, and lived human experience. They speak different languages, yet tell the same story. We begin where separation is most often felt, in our immediate experience of the present moment. Eckhart Tolle, a German-born spiritual teacher and author, in his landmark book, The Power of Now, teaches that the illusion of separation arises when our identity becomes fused with thought and time. When our attention lives primarily in memory of the past, or anticipation of the future, the present moment, where unity is always available, is overlooked. The ego, as Tolle describes it, is not evil. It is unconscious identification. The veil thickens when our thought believes itself to be the true self. Alan Watts, a British and American writer, speaker, and self-titled philosophical entertainer, approaches the same illusion of separation from a different angle. In his book, The Wisdom of Insecurity, Watts suggests that separation is reinforced by our desire for certainty and control. We attempt to secure life, clearly define ourselves, and create and protect a sense of permanent existence in a universe that is inherently fluid. In doing so, we experience ourselves as isolated fragments, rather than expressions of a living whole. Watts reminds us gently, the ego is not something wrong with us. It is something we mistake for who we truly are. Aldous Huxley, English writer and philosopher, widens the lens in his book, The Perennial Philosophy. Huxley draws from the mystics of many traditions to show that humanity has always known the same essential truth, that beneath appearances, there is one reality. The veil, according to this perennial wisdom, forms when multiplicity is mistaken for separation and symbols are mistaken for substance. Huxley reassures us that awakening is not discovering something new, but remembering something ancient. Edgar Cayce, an American clairvoyant, referred to as the sleeping prophet, gave and recorded over 14,000 psychic readings while in a trance state. Edgar Cayce's work, as explored through the Akashic records, adds another dimension to the conversation. Cayce taught that the soul carries an eternal memory of unity, of divine origin, of purpose. Separation, in this view, is not loss, but forgetting. The veil is spiritual amnesia, not exile. Awakening is the gradual restoration of the soul's memory, unfolding across lifetimes and experiences. Emmett Fox, an Irish-born, New Thought spiritual leader of the early 20th century, offers a simple and practical key. In his book, The Golden Key, Fox teaches that the veil is sustained by fear-focused attention. What we dwell upon, we empower. When attention turns away from fear and toward divine truth, the illusion of separation loosens its hold. The veil dissolves not through struggle, but through reorientation. These spiritual voices are echoed clearly in psychology and science. Carl Jung, Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, explored how separation forms within the human psyche. In his book, Man and His Symbols, Jung shows that fragmentation arises when the ego mistakes itself for the totality of the self. The unconscious responds by offering symbols, dreams, myths, images, as bridges back to wholeness. For Jung, awakening is integration of the consciousness. The veil dissolves as the psyche becomes whole. Neuroscience offers another perspective. In the book, The Master and His Emissary, Ian McGilchrist, a British psychiatrist, philosopher, and neuroscientist, shows how modern culture has come to favor a fragmenting mode of perception while neglecting a relational, integrative one. When analysis and judgment replaces relationship and control replaces presence, the world appears divided. The veil here is neurological, a narrowing of perception. Physics mirrors this insight at the cosmic level. David Bohm, an American theoretical physicist, who contributed unorthodox ideas to quantum theory, neuropsychology, and the philosophy of mind. In his book, Wholeness and the Implicate Order, argued that fragmentation is not a property of reality, but a habit of thought. beneath what seems like apparent divisions of the universe, actually lies an unbroken whole. Separation arises when thought forgets this and mistakes its abstractions for reality itself. Finally, lived human experience brings these insights home. Viktor Frankl, in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, observed that even in extreme suffering, the human spirit retains the freedom to choose meaning. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space, the veil either tightens or loosens. Meaning restores connection. Purpose restores dignity. Love restores unity. Taken together, these voices reveal a single truth. The veil of separation is not imposed from outside. It is woven within perception. It forms through fear, through identification with the material, through habit, through forgetting. And it dissolves through presence, integration, awareness, and love. Let us pause here for gentle reflection. Where in my life might I be mistaking thought for truth? Where might fear or habit be shaping how I see myself or others? What softens when I allow myself to pause and simply be present? Beloved listener, the veil was never permanent. It was never solid. It was woven gently, and it unravels gently. You are not broken. You are remembering. And even now, the seeing has already begun. As we come to a close, there is nothing you need to carry, nothing you need to remember, and nothing you need to make of what you've heard. Allow what has resonated to remain, and let the rest pass gently away. You are welcome to return whenever you feel drawn. Until then, may you walk in love, joy, peace, presence, and rest in unity. Thank you for listening.